Welcome to Parental Alienation Daily, where we take a look at the top articles on the internet. Next article are the 8 symptoms of parental alienation, posted by Cult News 101. And that URL caught my eye because until I knew the term parental alienation, I only described it as if my children were sucked into a cult. So let's take a look. This article is by Shawn Garrison of DadsDivorce. Posted September 22nd, 2019. April is Parental Alienation Awareness Month, and that's universal. DadsDivorce has spoken with a number of parental alienation experts and survivors about the factors that contribute to a parent being alienated and what effect it has on families. Today, he's featuring a guest article from Dr. William Burnett, who is president of PASG, or the Parental Alienation Study Group. He's also professor of psychiatry at Vanderbilt University. Dr. Burnett reviews the 8 criteria for diagnosing parental alienation that were originally developed in 1985 by Dr. Richard Gardner. These 8 symptoms all occur in the child rather than in either parent. It's about the kids. Now, although Dr. Burnett cautions that the symptoms still need to be studied further, he says that they've held up well as indicators of parental alienation. First one, denigration. The campaign of denigration is when the child repeatedly complains about the parent over and over again, and this would be the target parent. In fact, that's often the first thing the child says when he or she comes into Dr. Burnett's office. They will say, "Dr. Burnett, let me tell you some things about my parent that they did wrong." That's the campaign, period. Even though they have these complaints, the justification for the complaints are typically frivolous, like bedtime, what they're eating. It just really simple excuses that don't make any sense. Next, a frivolous rationalization for the complaint. That's the second symptom. The child will give some silly reason for not wanting to ever see that target parent again. Having a lack of ambivalence. A really interesting symptom is called lack of ambivalence. When we have relationships with people, they're usually ambivalent in the sense that there are some good points and there's some bad points. That's normal. For almost everyone we know, we can think of some good qualities and not so good qualities about that person. But these children, they have that ambivalence, it's lacking, meaning they see one parent as totally good. I talked with one child who said, "My mother is an angel, my father is a devil." And this child meant it. Independent thinker phenomenon. This symptom is a bit controversial. It's important to note that we're not criticizing children for thinking independently. That's not what this is about. There are some children who come in and they spontaneously say, "Dr. Burnett, these are my ideas about my father or my mother. I thought of this all by myself. Nobody influenced me. Nope, my mom didn't tell me what to say, but this is what I think about my dad." In other words, the child goes out of his or her way to say they thought about these ideas without being influenced by the alienating parent. Folks, they will explicitly say what you see right here on the screen. They will give their opinion and then followed up with they thought of it themselves. There was no influence. It's quite fascinating. The script is consistent, whether they're preteen or they're teenagers, the independent thinker phenomena, listen to the words they say. Next, automatic support, reflexive support. This symptom involves the children always choosing the side of one particular parent in any argument or disagreement. A typical situation might involve a family meeting. Regardless of the topic that comes up, the child will automatically side with the preferred parent and hands down automatically disagree with the parent who is the target. That black and white thinking, all right, all wrong. Next, having an absence of guilt. Another symptom is absence of guilt. These children can be very disrespectful and say or do horrible things with absolutely no qualms. Name calling, sabotaging. They show a disregard for the parent's feelings and emotions, and it does not bother them at all to do or say horrible things about one of their parents, the target. Borrowed scenarios. This is another good one. Borrowed scenarios refer to how a child tells a story about something that happened. Their story will be the exact same story the preferred parent has described. They'll even use their same words, their same language, and you know that's not the words of the child. In other words, if we're doing an evaluation, we might interview the preferred parent. They might tell us about something that happened with the target parent. Then later, we interview the child, and the child gives exactly the same story and will even use, at times, the identical words. And finally, spread of animosity. The final symptom refers to the spread of animosity to other people. They're picking up the smear campaign from the alienator. In other words, if the father's the target parent, the child's hate spreads from the father to his family members like aunts, uncles, grandparents. Even though these relatives have done nothing wrong, the child will suddenly hate them and never want to see them because of the connection to the father. It'll even extend in extreme situations to the pets. Likewise, if the target parent comes from a toxic family, given the opportunity, if the toxic family aligns with the narcissistic ex, then you have an all-out smear campaign against the target parent. And you have more players in that dynamic using the children to silence that person. If you want to see more posts, go ahead and follow DadsDivorce.com. And there's quite a bit here. Great website. Take a look at it. Cult News 101. Thanks for tuning in. Like, share, and subscribe. Thank you, and God bless.